Do it.
Oh, baby.
Oh, yeah.
You know what, man? I'm telling you.
It's starting to feel a lot like Jokmas.
Let's go. What is up, everybody? Welcome to the pregame show. Let's go. I'm telling you, it is true, man. There are some nights where you're like dreading what's in front of you. Sometimes you're excited. So I am riding a high. Is it because I just had a delicious tacos for dinner? Is that why?
Your attitude changed immediately once I said, let's go.
It's so true, man. I had some delicious tacos and I'm buzzing. Also, it's Jokmas Eve. Ooh. It's Jokmas Eve. Is it the dark before the dawn? It's going to feel different, right?
I woke, something felt different. I didn't know what it was.
That's exactly what it was. I'm telling you, that's what it was. Yeah. Nuggets on Jokmas Eve are hosting the Brooklyn Nets. We're going to talk about that and all the key matchups. Also, I don't know if you guys have looked at the schedule in detail or just looked at the tweet I had about the schedule in detail. Nuggets are approaching the good part.
It's about that time of year.
It's about that time, man, where things kind of get good. So we're going to look at some of the details there. And then last night in the association, one of the funnier nights in the association in a while, things got very petty. We're going to talk about all of it. I can't wait. To help me do all of that and more, Brendan Vogt.
Listen, as a man from the Northeast, a tiny man, and a man who relishes pettiness, I started selling my Giannis stock like a year and a half ago.
Bro, you have Warren Buffett over here.
Yeah.
Like, this guy sees around the curve so well.
I don't know what to tell you guys. Sometimes I'm right, and this is one of those times.
I got it. Let's get together. I want to make, help me out with some investments. All right, just kind of give you some advice.
I'm broke in real life, if that helps. The brokest person you know.
It only extends to player stock and who's up or who's down. Right. I love also that you're taking a victory lap on Giannis stock being down after a 64-point game, but also you're right.
I think I'm right.
You're right.
I think I'm right.
And then over there, of course, the man that makes money for everybody, Superstar Dev.
Yeah, come to me for those financial decisions. I don't know if you could take the stock down. Like there was the ladder incident, and then there's things are up. Things are up and up and there. But you know what else is up for? The Nuggets. Things are starting to trend in the right direction, and I love it. Good spot to be in.
Man, it's such a good spot. And honestly, does it start tonight? Or maybe it started 2 days ago when I said not yet. But maybe it really did because they went 2-0 on that road trip, and now you get home? What do you have for us game notes-wise?
All right, real quick, for the Nets, this is the Nets injury report as of 5 hours ago. I don't think there have been any updates. Dorian Finney-Smith is a game-time decision, questionable with left knee soreness. And then Simmons, Smith, Walker, Clowney, Whitehead, Johnson, all out for a variety of reasons.
Wait. Say that again? That was a lot.
Simmons, Smith, Walker, Clowney, Whitehead, Johnson. Clowney and Whitehead are G League assignment. Johnson's a two-way guy. But Walker's out with a left hamstring, Smith with the upper back strain, and Simmons is out because he's Ben Simmons, just general Ben Simmonsness. And then Dorian Finney-Smith, left knee soreness, game time decision. For Denver, Jamal Murray, who was probable on that injury report, all signs are pointing to him going tonight.
I love this. We can never say whether or not he's playing. You never let anybody know.
I know. And, you know what? The Nuggets just tweeted the starters out.
Oh?
So we do know that Aaron Gordon, who was also probable, drum roll please.
Let's go.
He's going to start.
Yes, sir.
So Jamal Murray, MPJ, Aaron Gordon, Jokic, they're all playing. KCP, if you missed it, incidental contact to the head. He's going to miss this one. He's out. So Justin Holiday will start alongside the rest of the starters there.
This concussion's a blessing in disguise for KCP because he like Jokic, has been... he's been going hard. He hasn't gotten a little rest, so it's almost like
the best way to rest is to get a concconcussion for sure. And that's what the doctors tell you. They say close your eyes and sleep as much as you can.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's what they say. Yeah. Justin Holiday in the starting lineup, though, is kind of interesting. What do you think, Dev? I mean, I was excited almost. Of all the starters you could replace, I feel like he's the one that Denver has the most guys. But Holiday, it's not who I thought.
Yeah, I'm a little bit sad about this one. I thought that this was the perfect opportunity for either P. Watt or Christian Brown to be able to play alongside the starters. We haven't got to see that role since like preseason where they started and get to play those type of minutes. But Justin Holiday has been playing well, and he's just like a perfect add-in because,
that's true.
I mean, those guys are going to be in the second unit. They're going to have those rotation-type minutes, so you want them to be comfortable with the group that they're going to go into. So he is the add-on spot that you could put where it still makes sense, and he's going to fit in the exact same ways that KCP does. Play hard, knock down some shots, and just blend in.
You know what you have is a very big starting lineup.
Enormous, man. You have enormous. And look, Holiday, you are right, because he is the most like KCP. Christian Brown has the defense, but he doesn't have the three-point part. I think Holiday does give you a little bit of that, and you might need it tonight. This is a team that can score. It's a team that can shoot a lot of threes, so you're going to have to keep up from there. And then more to the point, it allows the second unit for us to get a real look. Like, we're excited about getting mostly the starting lineup together. I'm excited about the bench getting to be at the bench now and to kind of see how that looks. So I think it's a good one.
All right, let's get to the biggest game note of the night. It's been hard to talk Nuggets lately without talking referees, more specifically their relationship with Nikola Jokic.
They don't like him.
It seems that way.
That's the relationship.
And it seems like our guy Ryan Blackburn asked this question, and I'm going to pull this quote from him because he was kind enough to transcribe on the ground. On the conversations between Jokic, the Nuggets, and the referees, quote, well, the conversations have been, you're out of here, and that's not much of a conversation. Obviously, Jokic's been frustrated. Actually, he said Nikola's been frustrated. The 2 games you lose him in Detroit and in Chicago, I guess he doesn't like the Midwest. But you've just got to find a way. And again, I said this last week, I've got to find a way to help him. If he's feeling down, I've got to alleviate that.
Can I tell you something? Serbia is the Midwest of Europe, so this is a weird take from him. I feel like he would like the Midwest.
Oh, he's just trying to be funny.
I know, but I'm just pointing out.
No, you're right.
No,
you're right.
I'm defensive of the Midwest.
Are you?
I really am.
That's not surprising.
It's not surprising,
No,
right? Because that's like, I'm against the coast.
Yeah. It's kind of like, it's in a way, it's
Midwest
akin
has
to
great
being
people.
a Nuggets fan in a way. It's
Yeah, Midwest has like some of the nice people.
Keep it moving.
Ohio, super
It
producer
can't be
Kale.
on him the whole time because as a head coach, it's on me to yes coach, yes lead, but also protect my guys. If that means I've got to go out there and get a tech, I will. But then also, I've been contacting the league and having certain conversations about certain plays, certain games where we don't think he's getting the whistle he deserves. Each night's its own unique game, and you have to react to the whistle and how it's being called that night. We're much better when Nikola's out there, and that's something that he understands, and we understand as a team. Real quick, that was a lot of information. The big takeaway, Malone has been in contact with the league about some of these no calls.
What do you think that contact's been like, Dev?
Hey, why you guys kick out Jokic? It's not aggressive, and you can't make these threats. My mom used to grow up and say, like, I'm going to whoop you if you do that again. I'm like, yeah, but I'm not being whooped now. Like, I'm not learning from it. Like, what is that really saying? I'm going to have to get a tech if this stays up. Okay.
Yeah.
But, like, really, all you could say is, like, ask questions. That's not really putting pressure on guys. It's not calling guys out specifically or anything like that. So I don't know how much that really does. Like, you got to prove that you're very pissed off about this and put your guy in a situation where you show that you're backing him.
Or it may be at least you're hoping that they have to rewatch some of these calls if you send them clips, or you otherwise have an explanation that you can present to Jokic and say, look, this is the way it's going to be. At least something that is just a different conversation than go out there and suck it up. Because that obviously seems to be hitting a wall this season, that approach. But B, there is, to some extent, the team-to-team stuff, the referee talk's exhausting. But Jokic does not get the same whistle that other stars do. That's a real thing. And there's got to be another conversation beyond, well, that's not fair. So I hope they send in some clips. They've had some conversations. At the very least, you can tell us, if you're the Nuggets, why are these not fouls? What does he have to do differently?
Also, what a perfect moment to call the league office. Because you have your best case when you're 100% right about a small thing, so you can make the big case,
Right.
And this is one where the whole internet, after that last ejection, the broadcast, the fan, like everybody was like, that's terrible. And so the Nuggets are like, all right, this is our chance. We got them. They know we're right. We're gonna bring out the whole list now. We're gonna open up the whole book. So very smart timing, tactical timing.
I bet you we see it very early on in this game.
Oh, Jokic shooting free throws tonight.
I bet he has the most. I don't know what his high like this season is of free throws, but I bet he gets close to having it. They're gonna just be calling everything to just make sure, like, hey, we heard what you said, or because he is MVP in this league. He is, on the team that just won it. So you have to show something. And also, I think that there's going to be refs that are like, I think that was a bad call. So I'm going to try to make up for it or just prove that I do support it in different ways. Different refs have different things, but I think that they do try to make up for it. I'm betting that he's going to be able to get to the free throw line tonight.
I have a quick suggestion too. When he feels himself wanting to say mother effer, right? When he feels that
Serbian.
When he feels at the tip of his lips, or just say my friend. It's very similar phonetically, but with a lot of venom, and we'll know what you mean. Yes.
Oh yeah,
that's a good pivot.
That's like Sweeney Todd.
Call the foul, my friend. That's like a good opt out.
You feel me?
Oh,
yeah. Hang on, we should probably linger on that for a bit more.
Dude, you must have missed the post-game show the other day. We came up with a bunch of things you could yell at a referee. We had a whole list, a whole Bet365
I did
top
see
5.
that actually.
It was a great one.
It's great.
Let's move on because I like our topics today, guys. The Nuggets currently sit at 16-9. That is better than last year through 25 games. They were 10 and whatever the number is, right?
That's right.
Sure.
I don't even know now. You've thrown me
15
off.
and 10. What did I say? 16-9? Yeah, 15 and 10. They were 15 and 10. So the Nuggets are off to an even better start. Now, they went on a huge run at this moment. I think it was they won 15 of 17 or something. It was and it started right here. But here's something, fellas. I was looking at the numbers. The Nuggets, Kelly, you can pull this up. Most back-to-backs of anyone in the league, the Denver Nuggets, so far to this point. They have 6 back-to-backs. Look at that the distribution. It looks like a hand. There's no team that has as many back-to-backs as them. They played 6. They also have played 25 games, most in the NBA. I think only one team maybe had played that many, and I think it's the Lakers who got an extra game because they played, or maybe it's Chicago and the Lakers. And the Lakers only because they got that extra game at the in-season tournament. So the Nuggets have played more games than anyone in the same amount of time, most back-to-backs. But then you look at their schedule coming up, fellas. How many back-to-backs, Kale, coming up here after this? Just 7. The only team in the NBA with only 7. Some team has 13. I think it's the Timberwolves.
I was going to say that's very relevant here as well.
Yeah, because guess what? The Timberwolves are the number 1 seed. Everything looks really good for them. Well, they have from here on, it gets really tough for them. For the Nuggets, from here on, it gets pretty weak, and they have the fewest back-to-backs. Now, what about strength of schedule? This one's even crazier. Look at how that graph, every line is incrementally the same as the one before it, right? It's like a very steady slope until the very end. Nuggets, sizable gap there. Easiest schedule in the NBA from this point going forward. This is from Positive Residual, which site which factors in home away, rest advantage, rest disadvantage, distance traveled, and a whole host of other things. And here you get to the Nuggets having by far the easiest schedule from here on out. It doesn't feel like, because last year, if you remember, it was an insane schedule early on. This year has also been similar to that. And guys, they're 16-9.
Yeah, take on the front half of it just before we get excited about what's potentially coming. 16-9 is a pretty good record. The back-to-backs, the 5 and 7s they've had,
right?
The sheer number of road games, the sheer volume of games that they've played. And then also a lot of these losses are to competitive, if not flat-out, good teams on the road. And then the final sprinkle here, they've been missing their second best player for a handful of these games, more than a handful, actually. So you go through, if you heard the circumstances first, if you heard all that, and then at the end I said, but they're 16-9, you'd go, I take that. Yeah. I'll take that 10 out of 10 times. So they've done a good job navigating what's been, Dev, a sneaky, difficult part of the schedule.
Yeah, I mean, you already talked about them missing Jamal, but they have had different things that they're going through. They had to go through, the bench and seeing who they're going to play, the young guys, and having to figure that out. Aaron Gordon has missed some time. Right now they're down KCP, and they're still just finding different ways. But then you also talk about the strength of schedule, the back-to-backs. That's a big part of it because that was a huge piece. Was it last year that they said they're trying to get rid of those back-to-backs or try to get, you're going to limit how many you have. If you have those at the beginning of the season and you get through that gauntlet of a schedule, things look fine from there. You're more rested. You're calmer. You're not having to go through just having to fly all the time. And then I don't feel like they were at home a bunch. So things are, looking on the up and up, and you're way above water. You're swimming. You're fine.
This is the time where you realize you can make up some ground here. This is it. And this is exactly what they did last year. It looked a little different. It was the defense that had us all concerned through December, roughly, what is it, the 14th, right now, it feels like. But yeah, this is when they turned it on. They turned into a buzzsaw for 3 months, and then they turned it back off before the playoffs. It's pretty similar in terms of the opportunity they have here in the middle of the season to, it doesn't look like anyone's that good. Well, Denver can emerge from the pack and separate.
I also forgot to mention they've played 15 road games. They're the only team in the NBA that has played 15 road games. So all these numbers add up to saying like, hey, Denver being a top, 7 record or something at this point with all of those indicators, pretty good. And now you get a little 3-game homestand. Brooklyn's coming in on the second night of a back-to-back. They got a good win last night in Phoenix. That was a really impressive win. You got to take care of business and make a tired team who's, I think this is the third or fourth of a 5-game road Western trip for them. They're tired. You got to hammer them, man. You got to take care of business tonight. Get off on the right foot. Get your guys, your Aaron Gordon, your Jamal Murray. Get those guys going. Get your bench confident. I'm excited for this. I just feel like Denver is going to emerge from the next 6 weeks atop the West standings. Knock on wood. I just feel like they have a great chance.
I agree.
And that their best basketball is about to be ahead of them. Also in the association, you guys, if you were watching basketball like I was last night, if you were watching, you noticed that Giannis went for 64 points.
That's a lot of points.
Well, half of those were at the foul line. He got to the line 32 times, I think. I think he went 28 for 32 or something like that. He made his free throws, man. It was really impressive. But he gets 64 points. Some of those came late in the game. I don't know if the Pacers were upset about that. I don't know if the Pacers were upset about losing. I don't know if the Pacers are just dicks. Like, I don't know, man. Maybe they are. But after the game, there was this controversy about stealing the basketball. And I've seen, like, some people have said, actually, it wasn't stolen. People thought it was stolen or this or that. But there are so many different stories out here that the assistant coach took it. But then there's audio of the Pacers players being like, take it. Like, take the ball.
Yeah, we're not giving y'all the ball.
Not giving y'all the ball. Then the ball is in the locker room. Then another ball comes out. And Giannis says he felt the ball. But I felt it. It wasn't the ball. It was a different ball, which I think is hilarious. But nonetheless, this all comes down to, this is one of my favorite, like, the most petty things ever. The Pacers being like mad that they lost. Giannis has a career high, and they're like, "Go find your own ball to sign because we're taking this one." It reminds me of Kyrie kicking the ball into the stands, which we all thought was so lame and everything. Yeah. It actually reminds me exactly of it. I think it's hilarious, man. As with nobody with a dog in the fight there with that one, I thought I loved that dumb level of petty.
Giannis showed his ass last night. That was crazy. I could not believe he was acting like that. This is like when you bring your drunk uncle to like the function like that he's not supposed to be at, and he really does show out. And then they tried the whole like what you do your daughter, so you try to give them a new fish, go fish. They notice that it's not their go fish.
Like, the one that she's
that's not the one that I had, and you're like, the other one passed away. You know, like, so this was crazy that he was doing that, and it was theatrics. He went into the locker room, he came back out.
It was the run into the locker room. Like, the funniest.
His team is like, well, you weren't getting the ball anyway. Like he really like showed that he was a villain, and he did it in the game too. They put him back in the game to score like 15 points in like the last 2 minutes of the game. It was out of reach. And I actually hate that other guys are able to do that and Jokic just decides not to. It really pisses me off.
You want Jokic in his stats?
Yes.
I don't.
Yes. Do it. Just do it.
I love that
other people do it. Other people do it. And I just hate that he's one of the guys that doesn't. But
luckily the bench is so bad that Malone can earnestly play him in
but nonetheless, I could not believe he acted like that. Really. Yeah. It was tough for people who have been so big on Giannis, like, because he has these moments every now and then that you're like, because you feel like he's wholesome, but he's been showing that he's not as wholesome lately.
I just think he's a little corny.
He is. Oh, he's definitely corny, man.
Last night it was kind of corny.
It was corny.
I thought it was weird. The Pacers have that kid, right, who scored his first career point, I think, and that's what they're claiming. Now, I think that's
Oscar Tshiebwe?
I think that's also a bit of like kind of petty after the fact. Like,
of course.
That's why he took the ball.
I also love that there is this like controversy. There's so many layers to this. Oscar did score in the championship game. He got 1 point.
Doesn't count.
But it doesn't count because those stats don't count. So technically,
and I think that ball went to AD.
Was that his first basket? Was it not? If a tree falls in a forest,
the best thing the Pacers did was they just tweeted, without acknowledging the ball, They tweeted a picture of that kid, and they're like, "Congrats on scoring your first point."
The best.
What did they say?
They said congrats on. They did his whole journey to the NBA, and they're like, "Congrats on scoring your first point." It's awesome. By the way, that's how you win the public sympathy. It's amazing propaganda. I'm in hook, line, and sinker.
Bro,
get that kid the
Giannis's brother. That was the other corniest thing entertainment, too. Man.
Hard foul.
He acting like. First off, I've never seen someone hold themselves back.
Unbelievable.
Dude, Jay Crowder's like looking forward. Can't even see him. He like grabs him like, grab me before I do something.
He did
crazy.
what Yoke does when somebody reaches, is you grab the arm and then pull it. He did that, but for
oh my God, he be wildin'. That family is wild right now.
Dude, so here's Giannis's thing, because I'm with you, man. I've always liked Giannis, and now I'm starting to not like him. You know, you might have been early on the game, but he does have these like corny and like last year when they lost to the freaking Heat, got murdered, and he was like, "It's not losing, it's less than all." You're like, dude, what the hell are you talking about?
Terrible.
You guys got lost to the freaking Miami Heat,
and it like wasn't close.
No, this is a lesson in like, dude, half these dudes aren't even gonna be on the team next year. Go tell Drew Holiday it's just a part of the process. Meanwhile, he's working the ship his ass out.
Like, I learned a lesson for sure. I learned a lot.
Giannis is becoming a sneaky, corny. I don't even want to say. He's kind of becoming a villain.
He's also just. He's so famous, and that's it's natural. He sought that fame out, and that's kind of my point. He always had a bit more to a LeBron of it to him than an anti-LeBron. Like he had that in him. But I also I recognize when you literally are a walking brand, eventually you just become corny, I think.
This is going to be, people are going to hate me. The chat's going to turn me on for this, because this is my only analogy I could think of. His like fake, like how mad he is and everything else. And I'm like, come on, you can't possibly be that mad about this. Like, I can see you being annoyed, but he was almost like distraught, like
the Godzilla run down the tunnel.
And it reminds me of sometimes you ever like a celebrity will die that's like not that famous, and then you'll have a friend that's like, bro,
dude,
I can't believe it, man. This is, I can't
play their whole discography last night.
You're like, well, I didn't know you were a big fan of that guy. I never heard you.
You don't even like before. Friends. You said that to me.
You said you hate Friends. Like, is it the rest of his catalog that got to you?
Kel is right there. Right there, man.
He's a drama kid, man. He likes actors. That's the thing. But we all have a friend. We all have friends that do this, and that's how Giannis felt to me. Where that's why the Giannis brother hold me back. Jay Crowder's gonna be like, "You're not really mad though, right? Like we're pretending to be mad."
You're about to go do what? You're gonna hit him
because he got fouled, and so now you're mad at him.
Did you see that real quick clip of Dame looking at Giannis?
Oh, dude,
there's no way you're serious.
Right that was Dame's face. He's like, we're doing a bit, right? We're just doing a thing. Like, it's the ball. You want me to go get just any ball and you can sign it?
Am I supposed to push someone? Yeah. Like, what's going on?
I thought it was pretty funny. Anyway, the Bucks. Villains. Absolute villains. All right. Everybody's favorite part of the show. Why? Because we make some money. And I gave you extra time on this, Dev.
Dev, I got to get some Christmas gifts, so your best stuff only tonight, please.
All right. This is tough. Denver comes into this game as 9.5-point favorites.
Nice.
I think
they think they're going to beat them like a drum.
I think the Nets are pretty good. I'll be very honest.
Good, I think that they're young. You're right. Second night of back-to-backs for young teams.
That's what I was saying. They're young. They're hungry. They're going to try to compete. Like, they don't back down. I think they keep it pretty close. I think 9.5 is a lot. I honestly do. The over-under of 231, I'm going to take the under. Denver won't try to get out and run with them.
What?
I don't think they will. And also, I think that they have a good balanced scoring group. But they got guys on the team that don't even want to pass to other guys on the team. Like, I don't know if they're going to be able to put up a lot of points in this game. And I think Denver's going to want to calm down. So I think that this is an under game.
So we're taking the under? I hate this bet.
Just don't take it.
No, I take every bet you tell me, bro.
I mean, I want to win. I'm just sad
all right,
about
for
it.
Brooklyn, they got my guy Cam Thomas.
Oh, no. You know what? I told you I was okay this time around.
Man, he's a bucket getter. You guys are going to see why I'm so high on this guy. He shoots it whenever he touches it. He does not care. He's electric. He don't think about passing. They don't even have an assist stat for him. He does not pass the ball. Shoots it. 20.5 is his bet. I'm going to take
19.5. You're going to go over? I got even better.
It's over.
Numbers.
19.5. It's going to hit. I'm also going to take the over on Claxton points plus rebounds. I think he gets this right before he fouls out. 19.5. I think that's
nice
not a bunch for him. On to Denver side of things.
Thank you.
The whole gang is almost back.
Almost.
At least the core. So we're gonna make a core like group bet.
Oh,
like I like the core getting in the bet.
Dude.
We're gonna get the MPJ over 25 points, rebounds, and assists in this game.
That's going to be mostly points and rebounds, I think.
It's going to only be points and rebounds.
Okay, well,
he's a nice Cam
You
Thomas.
could cap it out at 4 assists on the best night.
Yeah. All right.
He's just balanced.
24 and a half?
They'll try to challenge him. Yeah, 24 and a half. You could get the points plus rebounds if you want to get it lower.
Bro, I love this bet because I think he's getting 20 points tonight.
Exactly. And he grabs the boards. Like every board that that Jokic doesn't get, he goes and gets.
He might even get an assist tonight.
He might get an assist. I'm going to go over 2.5 3-pointers for Jamal. He's shooting it well off of the dribble.
He is.
Those step backs. This is a plush matchup against Dinwiddie and Cam Thomas, who don't really defend that well. So I think that this is going to be a game that
Royce
he can
O'Neal
score
too, who he
and
gave
shoot
50 pieces to back in the bubble.
50 ball. I'm going to go over 6.5 rebounds for Aaron Gordon.
Love this bet.
Over 6.5 rebounds.
He's been trying to play big lately. Well, by the way, let's talk about him real quick. Just take a little pause. He did a podcast with the Knuckleheads podcast, right? Quentin Richardson. He was talking. They were asking him about like, it was during the season, and they were asking him about like, how do you come back, from that and get ready? He's like, bro, I still haven't. He's like, I'm still on vacation in my mind, and I was like.
Yeah, that checks out kind of.
We've seen it.
He's like, but I'm just now getting back. And I was like, all right, well.
Yeah, a couple of those shots were like the Mexico vacations of shots for sure.
I believe him. I believe him.
I do too.
So for this one, I know we had the Jokic rebounds last game, and we were screwed by him being unjustifiably kicked out of that game.
Unbelievable.
It wasn't right. It just wasn't right.
It was not right.
I do think he has a monster rebounding game. You know what else I'm going to do? I'm going to combine that with the points. Points plus rebounds.
All right.
This is a monster. I think he's going to go to the free throw line. That gives him points that he usually does not get. He's going to make them. Also,
it's 40 and a half. Like, what's he going to get? 13, 14 rebounds tonight?
Yes.
So you're all right. 26 points.
Like, yes.
All right.
He's going to have like a 30 and 15 game.
All right.
So I like that. He's going to get to the free throw line. He's going to get his points. The points, that's happening. Like that's that's damn near a lock. You might as well get the points. He's going to get the over there. But for my lock.
Oh, man, already at the lock.
He's back. Our guy's back.
He is.
Triple-double is the lock for this one. Jokic triple-double.
Plus 125? What are they doing?
They're giving us money.
Well,
it's free.
He's got to finish. He's got to get through the whole game.
That's so true. Yoke to be thrown out of the game. Minus 112.
You're like, hold on, wait. Who's reffing? Who's reffing? You got to ask Harrison. He's going to be like, I don't know.
Dude, that was the all-time best. I could name every ref.
Hell if I know.
Drink a pony cake and name a ref after drinking a pony cake.
Alyssa's such a real one for going deep cut to close. Oh, man.
That was great, man.
But yeah, I think that this is a triple-double game for him. I think Jokic is going to go crazy in this game.
All right, what do you think about this? Because I kind of feel like, oh man, Yoke's first quarter points are 7.5. That seems really high. 7.5 first quarter points.
Doesn't seem that high.
What about Jokic first quarter assist? Would they do first quarter player assist? Jokic 2.5. What do you like more? 3 assists or 8 points for Jokic in the first quarter?
3 assists.
I think so too, man.
I think the ball's
Home game,
pop
ball's popping.
Yeah.
I'm taking that one. I kind of like that one too.
It's going to be a points game for Yoke, man.
I mean, it's probably a point game. You don't listen to me. I would mind.
Every time I'm like, I
also,
think Dev's wrong.
What is today? What is the holiday?
Jokmas Eve.
You have to get a monster bet in for him today.
By the way, I looked this up,
Flawless
man.
logic.
Jokmas Eve. Nuggets are very good on Jokmas Eve. You didn't do Michael Porter threes.
Yes, he did. Oh, threes.
No. Yeah, I did the points, rebounds, and assists. I just think that it's a bit easier for him.
You get plus money on 4 threes. I'm gonna sprinkle a little on that one too.
Yeah, why not?
Why not, man? Like sometimes you got to go for it.
That's the eggnog talking,
And then steals and blocks. You think this is a steals and blocks game for Yoke tonight?
Yeah, look who he's going against.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, he's gonna
2.5.
Yeah, he'll get the blocks for sure. Too.
Steals and blocks.
Steals and blocks.
I'm going for that one as well.
And they have guys that they'll try him. They'll challenge him. Spencer Dinwiddie's gonna give him 2 turnovers straight to him. Watch.
Just straight to him, man.
Straight to him.
I love it, man. I'm feeling great about the Nuggets tonight. I'm feeling great about the Nuggets in general. Rooting for a good one tonight. Any final thoughts?
Yeah, we'll see you guys in the Winners Lounge.
We'll be there.
I don't like that at all. Hit the like button on the way out. We'll see you on the other side.
We all silly like the mayor.